Reeves Immigration Law Group now brings you immigration law on your side.
All right, good evening everybody and welcome po sa Immigration Law on your side. Nanggagaling po sa napakainit na Las Vegas, Nevada. Ito po si Kuya Yo sa PHLV Radio Studios. And alam mo, triple digits na talaga ang Las Vegas kaya sobrang init. Pero mas mainit ang pag-uusapan natin ngayong gabi kasi palagi nyo to inaabangan. Ang Visa Bulletin. So let's try to figure out kung ano ba talaga itong Visa Bulletin. Kasi for anyone going through the immigrant process or immigrant visa application process or green card process, you're probably familiar or at least you've heard of the Visa Bulletin, di ba? But this Visa Bulletin that contains important information, mga karaniwang mga inaabangang date at mga announcement galing sa USCIS can be difficult to read and understand and to navigate. Kaya kasama po natin ngayong gabi ay ang partner sa Reeves Immigration Law Group, Fil-Am Javier Diza, to help us understand in reading the Visa Bulletin. And syempre, itong mga confusing terms, kamukha po ng priority date, retrogression, at kung ano-ano pa. So i-welcome na po natin ngayong gabi si Attorney Diza, nanggagaling po sa San Francisco, California. Attorney Diza, magandang gabi po sa iyo.
Magandang gabi Kuya Johan at siyempre sa lahat ng viewers and listeners ng PHLV Radio, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat at nabanggit mo nga mainit ang ating pag-usapan ngayon, understanding Visa Bulletin. During our last episode, we talk about the backlog at the embassy, di ba? Yung tagal ng paghihintay ng inyong interview. Especially sa mga preference categories and even immediate relatives, merong waiting time. So itong Visa Bulletin, Kuya Johan, is a publication by the Department of State. So it publishes the Visa Bulletin every month. So you can look at the website at travel.gov, i-search lang po ninyo ang Visa Bulletin. And the Visa Bulletin, Kuya Johan, tracks the ever-changing visa availability, diba, every month para ma-determine kung available na ang inyong visa. As you mentioned, before you immigrate, kailangan ang visa po ninyo ay available. Pero take note mga kababayan, merong mga petitions na immediately available yan. So, for example, sa family base, yung available, always available ang visa ay yung spouse of a US citizen, right? Or US citizen parent petitioning a minor child, or a US citizen son or daughter petitioning for parents. So lahat yan, Kuya Johan, immediately available ang visa. Sa employment base naman po, ang always available is syempre yung EB1, yung mga priority workers, di ba? Yung mga athletes, yung Olympians, artists, entertainers, yung mga ganyan. And then available din ang EB2, yung may mga advanced degrees. And during the past years, Kuya Johan, yung EB3 and other workers, di ba, yung mga professionals kagaya ng registered nurses, doctors, engineers, right, and even mga caregivers, available din siya, in their EB3. So lahat yan, hindi natin, hindi mo kailangan yung Visa Bulletin pag available ang visa. But take note mga kababayan, dun sa family base, halimbawa ng green card holder petitioning for spouse and minor children, and also yung nabanggit natin EB3, right? Ngayon lang nag-available yan. You still have to look at the Visa Bulletin kung available yan or kung mayroong priority date. So yun ang importance, Kuya Johan, in understanding the Visa Bulletin kasi marami sa atin na ang pagkakaalam nila pag na-approve na po ang inyong petition, okay na kayo mag-immigrate dito. So again, magkaiba po ang Visa Bulletin, yung priority date nyo at saka yung processing time. So yung processing time po mga kababayan is also very important for you to understand kung ano yun. Kasi yung processing time, kailan po ma-approve yung petition. So yung nabanggit natin kanina na kahit immediately available po ang visa, di ba? Nasa mo citizen, available ka agad yan. Meron tinatawag na processing time. Yung processing time po yan is for the you can look at this at the USCIS website and search nyo ang processing time at ikikiin nyo kung ano yung petition. Like for example, I-130 and then spouse of a US citizen. Pag tinignan po ninyo yan, ang pinaprocess ngayon is like 9 months. So kahit sabihin nating available ang visa, maghintay pa rin kayo ng mga 9 months bago ma-approve, and then pag na-approve, i-forward po yan sa National Visa Center, and then you have to process that and submitting the application and file and fees, and wait for National Visa Center and NVC to advise you that they already completed the documents gathering, and they will forward your interview packet to the US Embassy. So yun po ang difference po ng processing time, and of course looking at the visa bulletin and determining your priority date.
Ilan sa mga kababayan natin, attorney, nakasubscribe na dyan sa visa bulletin na yan, and especially yung mga nakatutok sa Facebook page ni Attorney Diza at ng Reeves Immigration Law Group. They post the monthly visa bulletin. Attorney, nabanggit nyo kanina yung ilan sa mga terms na palagi nating naririnig sa visa bulletin, like the priority date. Ano po ba itong priority date, attorney, na ito, at bakit kailangan bantayan ito?
Very important yung priority date because this is when you are able to apply for a green card or prepare for your immigrant visa interview. So ang priority date is when you file, the filing date of your visa application, and this is what we call the waiting line, diba? Ito yung this is your place in line, and when the visa becomes available. So yun yung priority date mo. So for example, nandito kayo sa US, no, naghintay kayo halimbawa ng ilang taon bago maging available yan, maging priority date, maging current yung priority date nyo. That's the only time that you can file for the green card. Marami na confused, Kuya Johan, where the petitioner filed for the immigrant visa petition and they get an approval. So the approval of the petition is different, right, from the priority date. Kasi yung approval is only, it determines that your relationship was established. So for example, father petitioning an out of wedlock child or a child, di ba, na-prove mo lang na anak mo to. Yun lang yun eh. But you still have to wait for the priority date to become available kung preference category po ang inyong petition.
Ayun. Ilan sa mga tinatanong din nila, attorney, dito sa mga confusing terms, yung retrogression. Ano po ba what is retrogression, attorney?
Yes, if you look at the visa bulletin, Kuya Johan, ang expectation natin, yung mga aplikante at saka siyempre yung mga petitioner is it always moves forward, di ba? So bibilis or unti-unti lumalakad, di ba? Lumalapit yung priority date mo. So for example, finalang ka ng mother mo is a US citizen in 2015, for your unmarried son or daughter of US citizen. Ang pinaprocess halimbawa ngayon is 2012. Malapit na, 3 taon na lang, di ba? So pag check mo sa susunod na buwan, nakita mo nagiging 2010 ulit, parang bumalik ng 10 years. Yun pong ibig sabihin ng retrogression. So wala sa control po natin yan kasi ang visa bulletin, ito yung parang way for the US to screen yung mga dami, ng influx ng immigration. So, kasi per country may allocation yan, Kuya Johan. Hindi naman pwede lahat Pilipino. Ang daming pinipetition, lahat pinipetition, darating kaagad sila dito. So, merong control. So, kaya doon nagkakaroon ng backlog. Sa dami lang may demand, yung supply ko konti. Di ba? Kasi nauubos ka agad yan, nagkakaroon ka agad ng retrogression. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng retrogression, mga kababayan. Kagaya din ng mga employment-based 3, ito yung mga professionals, no? In the past, Kuya Johan, 5 years ang waiting time yan, di ba? Yung mga registered nurses, maghintay ka na 5 taon. Or yung mga you're a lawful permanent resident, pinetition mo ang inyong asawa or minor child, yun in the past na experience natin 5 taon ang waiting time. Pero ngayon, if you look at the visa bulletin, current and immediately available ang visa. So, pero, tulad ng EB3 other workers, magtitignan natin ang visa bulletin, naging 2019 na naman. Diba? Yung final action date. Unless you are here in the US where pag-usapan natin mamaya, ano yung difference ng final action date at saka yung date of filing. Diba? With regard to your visa application. So, yun po very important to find out na kahit palapit ka na, di ba, yung priority date, pwede pa rin mag-retrogress yan. So, pag-aralan po ninyo na maigi at paghandaan, kasi mahirap yung, isang buwan na lang, punta na ako sa US, there was a time in the past, yung F3, yung married child naging 2010, lahat malapit na, yung pala nag-retrogress ng 5 taon, another 5 years. So yun po ang paghahandaan po ninyo, not until the visa bulletin is available, right? And you are done with the interview at the embassy and issued a visa, there's no guarantee na makakarating kayo kagad sa US. So balikan lang natin yung retrogression ulit, Kuya Johan. So let's say pinaghandaan na po ninyo at sinabihan kayo ng NVC na bayaran mo na to, yung visa fees mo, at i-upload mo na mga documents, and you did that. Now, naghintay ka ng interview. So habang naghintay ka ng interview, nag-retrogress. So, hindi ka rin pwedeng issue ng visa kahit, may interview ka halimbawa ng July 1, July 1 nag-retrogress. So, ibig sabihin, kahit may interview ka na, hindi pa rin i-issue ang visa sa'yo kung hindi available ang visa. The same thing po sa mga nandito sa US, kung nag-apply kayo ng green card dito at during that time na nag-apply kayo, valid or available ang visa, pero naghintay ka ng 2-3 taon na interview kayo, at the time of the interview, kung nagkaroon ng retrogression, hindi rin i-issue ang visa sa inyo until the visa will become available again.
Importanteng maintindihan pala ito, attorney, kasi baka nakita mo, katulad ng sinasabi nyo kanina, it's already 1 month to go. Bigla kang nag-party na, bigla ka nang nag-resign ka na sa trabaho and everything, and all of a sudden nag-retrogress. Kaya importante palang nakatutok ang ating mga kababayan. Attorney, for those who have pending cases and or those who'd like to apply for something, can our law firm, Reeves Immigration Law Group, guide them in understanding the effects of the current visa bulletin, or maybe try to actually not to predict but to just to give contingency measures sa ating mga applicants? Can our lawyers at Reeves Immigration Law Group help our clients, attorney, with that? Definitely,
Kuya Johan, lalong-lalo sa mga may edad na, yung mga nanay at tatay, right, na hindi experts sa internet or sa computer. Minsan akala nila when they file the petition, darating na lang yung green card, o naghihintay, di ba? Naghihintay ng advisals from the USCIS or the National Visa Center. Maraming sitwasyon, Kuya Johan, na yung expectation na yun hindi dumarating dahil either ang NVC, either they send it or na-ignore ng mga aplikante, right? Or nag-move yung mga yung petitioner o yung beneficiary ng address, pinadalhan pero hindi naman natanggap. Or in-email, kasi nag-provide ka ng email nung nag-file ka 10 years ago, nagbago ka ng email, wala na email mo, hindi mo natatanggap. And there's an adverse consequence, Kuya Johan, pag hindi mo inaksyonan, di ba, ang notice or advisals or ang tawag nito, yung request ng NVC, right? That you have to pay now or you have to upload your documents, because if you don't act on that request within 1 year, pwede nilang i-terminate ang inyong application. So sayang naman. So mga kababayan natin, kahit hindi yung mga high-tech or hindi marunong sa internet or computer, or kung busy po kayo sa trabaho niyo at wala kayong time, we also track and monitor your priority date. So mayroon kaming system that says, okay, this is si Juan de la Cruz, may priority date na 2015. Ikikiin namin dyan, so every 6 months, nagka-come up to check the priority date. Or kung available na yung visa mo, like 6 months, pag available na, then we advise you that it's already there and you have to prepare the documents that the NVC will require you to submit.
That's amazing information. In fact, we're getting a lot of calls or some inquiries here at the radio station. And say, for example, daw, final na nila. And then it's going to take a long time. They've already engaged the services of Reeves Immigration Law Group, for example, ngayon. Pero ang next contact date will be like after how many years? Ang tanong nila, hindi ba kami makakalimutan ng aming mga lawyers sa Reeves Immigration Law Group? I'm sure they are monitoring, like what you said, attorney.
Yes, we have a system that monitors the approval and also the priority date. And take note, mga kababayan, pag pinetition mo ang married child, if you look married son or daughter of a US citizen, I just look at the processing time today. It's taking like 110 months, which is translated into almost 10 years. Diba? Although ang priority date mo naman is 20 years, bago ma-approve yan 10 taon. So paano kung marami sa mga kababayan din natin na nag-file and then nakalimutan nila or alam nila 20 years naman yan, walang action. Yung pala, ang USCIS, bago nila i-approve yan, minsan nagre-request ng documents dahil either incomplete, lalo na kung kayo lang gumawa or pinagawa lang nyo sa anak ninyo, right? Incomplete yung documents na sinabit mo, so merong request for evidence ang USCIS. And then you move address, di ba? Or for example, na-ignore ninyo, and then there's an adverse consequence. Of course, naghintay ka ng 5 taon, tapos yung pala pinadalang ka ng notice na hindi mo na-respond mo, definitely i-deny ng USCIS. So isa sa mga ino-offer namin mga kababayan is after you file, kung kaya nyong gawin kasi madali naman, is for us to track the approval and the priority date of your cases.
All right. So mga kababayan, hinihimay lang natin yung iba pang mga confusing terms and mga bagay-bagay na nababanggit kapag napapag-usapan ng visa bulletin. And later on, Attorney Diza will walk us through an actual visa bulletin and explain to us kung ano yung mga nakikita nyo dyan. Kasi when you open the computer, when you open the email, may table and then meron pang narrative information, paano ito ini-interpret. Tutulungan tayo ni Attorney dyan. Mamaya-maya po lamang mga kaibigan. Kaya abangan nyo. Pero Attorney, meron pang ibang mga confusing terms and mga confusing information and sa ating visa bulletin. Kamukha nitong tinatawag na cross-chargeability. Ano ibig sabihin nito, Attorney?
Yes, ang cross-chargeability, that's also a very important term mga kababayan dahil if we are going to look at the visa bulletin, it's divided into several aspects. Isa dyan yung country of birth, right? Of course, we mentioned kanina yung priority date, yung preference category mo, and of course yung country of birth mo. So marami sa atin nagtatanong, Kuya Johan, hey, nag-immigrate na ako sa Australia or sa Canada or sa Europe, and I'm already a Canadian citizen. Attorney, pwede na ba akong kasi available na yung visa sa mga Canadians, di ba? So the problem with the visa bulletin is yung priority date mo is determined by your country of birth. Birth, very important yan. Hindi po country of your current nationality. So kung pinanganak kang Pilipino, under visa bulletin, forever Filipino ka, di ba? So for a married son, it's taking about 20 years, right? Now, if you marry a Canadian citizen, Canadian-born citizen, doon pwede mong i-cross-chargeability. So if you look at the visa bulletin under the F3 ngayon, they're processing 2009, right? 2009 ang married children other countries, except of course the Philippines, China, Mexico, India, right? So other nationalities, I believe it's 2009. So if you look at the Filipino F3, 2002, so mas mabilis yung Canadian. So pwede na ninyong gamitin yung Canadian as citizen na asawa mo. Yun yung cross-charge doon sa Canadian spouse mo. So bibilis ang inyong petition ng about 6 years. So instead of being treated as F3 under the Philippines na 2002, pwede nyong gawing F3 under the other nationality kasama ang Canada that they're passing 2009. So kung 2009 na ang pinaprocess, pwede nang i-process yung petition ninyo kasama ang inyong Canadian spouse and also the Canadian children. So yun po ang ibig sabihin ng cross-chargeability. Ang mga may backlog lang naman, if you look at the visa bulletin, Kuya Johan, parang 4 to 5 countries lang yan. Diba? Pilipinas, right, Mexico, China, and then India, and the rest, mas mabilis sila. But even with other nationalities, ang Pilipinas yata ang isa sa pinakamatagal ang priority date when it comes to F3 and F4, yung sibling of a US citizen. Of course, kasama din dyan ang Mexico and China.
And Attorney, pag-uusapan natin yan yung itong difference between the final action date and then the date of filing. Pero mas maganda siguro, Attorney, if you would like to share your screen already and we will explain to our viewers right now what they see on the actual visa bulletin. Para mga kaibigan, when you do it yourself sa ating sa computer o kaya sa email o kaya sa mga social media posts na nakikita nyo from Attorney Diza, pwede nyong maiintindihan nyo na kung ano ang ibig sabihin nito. So we're flashing on the screen, Attorney, right now, itong visa bulletin. Okay. All right.
All right, so let's go. Let's proceed to the visa bulletin for 2000. Meron ng kalalabas lang, Kuya Johan, yung visa bulletin for July. So usually they publish 15 days, at least 15 days in advance. So as of now, June 14 tayo, lumabas na yung July. So alam natin kung ano na yung darating. Kaya darating na ano na maging visa bulletin sa susunod na buwan para mapaghandaan po ninyo kung nandito kayo sa US, kung i-prepare mo na yung green card mo or nasa Pilipinas ka, ready mo na. So, few years ago, Kuya Johan, ang visa bulletin, isa lang ang table. Ito lang yung final action date. Wala pa yung second chart. So ngayon, it consists of the two charts, yung final action dates for family-based preference categories, and there's also a final action dates for employment-based. Now, the other one is the date of filing, right? Final action dates for employment-based cases, and then there's also dates for filing. So yung final action date, Kuya Johan, ibig sabihin nito, issue ka lang ng visa pag ito na yung pinaprocess, kung ito na yung priority date. So for example, ang priority date mo is March 1, 2012, pwede ka ng issue under the Philippines. Makikita natin dito, they are already processing March 1 of 2012, pwede nang issue sa iyo ang visa or yung green card. So yun ang ibig sabihin ng final action dates. Yung napag-usapan natin kanina, right, na let's say ang pinaprocess ngayon is 2012, right, let's say January, and then na-interview ka, pwede nang i-issue sa'yo dahil March 1 na, di ba, under F1. Pwede nang i-issue sa'yo visa dahil their processing now for July is March 1 of 2012. So yun ibig sabihin ng final action date. That's the time when they can issue you a visa or green card. Now, ano naman itong, what do you call this, date of filing? Dates for filing. So if you look at the visa bulletin, mga kababayan, ito sa Pilipinas, so ito yung first chart, which is date, this is the final action date, and then the second chart is date of filing. If you look at the Philippines, there's a big difference dun sa F1. Yung F1 po ninyo is 2012, right? Ang date of final action date, and the date of filing is 2015. So there's a difference of 3 years. So anong difference nitong dalawang to? Nagiging relevant po ang second chart pag nasa US kayo, nasa Amerika. Right? So parang binibigyan kayo ng opportunity na mag-file ng green card in advance kahit hindi pa available ang visa under the first chart. Diba? So kung 2015 na ang on or before April 22, 2015 na ang priority date mo for July. For July, pwede na po kayo mag-file ng green card. So yun yung advantage ko yun. Parang binibigyan sila, ito pinasa itong two charts, I believe, during President Obama's time where people already in the US under H-1B, under student visa, under employment visa, or kahit yung mga TNT na may 245I, di ba, nakakapag-green card na sila pag, mas maaga. Hindi mo kailangan ng 2012 na hintayin. 3 years bago magiging available ang visa mo, pwede ka na mag-file ng green card. Pero ang catch nito is that pag nag-file po kayo ng green card dahil under dates for filing is available na, ang issue sa iyo is makakuha ka ng work permit, yun ang advantage mo, right? Makakuha ka rin ng advance parole. So having that work authorization allows you to work, right? Of course, validly, valid to work. Pwede kang mag-apply kahit anong trabaho, lalo kung family-based ang basis ng application mo. Right? Pwede ka rin umuwi sa Pilipinas dahil meron kang advance parole, di ba? You can apply an advance parole and work authorization when you file for your green card. Pero ang catch nito is they won't issue you the visa until magiging available under the final action date. Ganun po yun. So, para lang, parang in advance lang sa inyo yan. So, itong chart B, wag po ninyong titignan ito, mga kababayan, yung dates for filing kung kayo po ay nasa Pilipinas, right? So attorney, 2015 na, process ko na yung papel ko, okay na. The answer is no, kasi ang titignan mo pag nasa labas po kayo ng Amerika itong final action date. So nagiging relevant lang po itong dates for filing for visa applications if you are in the United States. Pero most likely mga kababayan, pag nakita nyo yung dates for filing, kasi ibig sabihin, malapit na rin po kayo. So either nagpadala na sa inyo ang NVC ng notice na we are processing your case now, log into your SEAC and VC account and pay these fees. So watch out, pwede na po yung mag-watch out ng inyong email or mag-consult ng abogado that your visa is almost there, right? So, kung wala kang natatanggap at nakita ninyo na pinaprocess na under the Chart B, pwede nyo kontakin ng opisina namin to follow up and see what's going on your application. So yun po ang relevance po ng two charts ng ng visa bulletin. The final action date is when the visa becomes available. That's when you are actually receive yung inyong visa. That's the time when they give you the visa or the green card. Yung second chart with this date of filing, that is only relevant if you are in the US applying for a green card. So binibigyan po kayo ng advance na pagpa-apply at makakuha ng work permit and advance for habang hinihintay nyo yung actual final action dates.
Ayun, okay. So yes, mga kababayan, talagang kailangang maintindihan ang mga nilalaman ng ating visa bulletin. Because when you receive that in your email, or if Attorney Diza posts that on his Facebook page, napakaraming information, lalo na itong mga table na yan. How do you interpret that? Pero Attorney, kung ang ating mga kababayan ay hindi pa nila talaga maintindihan ang mga nilalaman nitong visa bulletin, will they be able to call the law firm for a just a quick consultation? Like, ano po bang ibig sabihin nito? Pwede na po ba akong mag-apply? Can they do that?
Yes, Kuya Johan, our office, we have five offices now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offices that renders immigration. Call our office dito San Francisco. It's 415-568-3777. We're happy to give you the legal advice. We now charge $100 consultation sa mga kababayan natin, but you can always request for a waiver, especially kung napakinggan po ninyo po kami sa PHLV radio, right? We'll gladly provide you the information needed. May mga sitwasyon din, Kuya Johan, na pag alam naman nila ang ginagawa nila, I would tell them that call us pag malapit na yung priority date, but if you don't, then you can always hire us to track your priority date.
All right, that's amazing. Attorney, sisingit lang natin ito. Nabanggit nyo na meron kayong bagong office dito sa California. Plug natin ng konti, Attorney, yung ating mga bagong staff and grupo ng Reeves Immigration Law Group dyan sa Walnut Creek. Go ahead po, Attorney.
Yes, maraming salamat, Kuya Johan. The Reeves Immigration Law Group, consisting of immigration experts, immigration specialists, more than 10 attorneys, and or more than 50 staff, have several offices. As you can see now, we have the Los Angeles, San Francisco, Philippines, and China. Ang aming bagong office is located at 1756 Lecasi Avenue, Suite 200, Walnut Creek. So ito'y malapit po sa East Bay, right, sa Fresno area, Sacramento, Reno. So mas malapit na po at hindi kayo magmumroblema sa parking dito parking San Francisco. Honestly, it's like $60 a day, right? At least ang East Bay is free at malapit po ito sa BART, yung train station po ng East Bay, right? Walking distance po yan at maraming parking areas. So, andyan po yung telephone number. Tawagan niyo po kami as in celebration of the grand opening ng aming Walnut Creek office. We render, free in-person consultation sa aming Walnut Creek office para mabisita na rin po ninyo. Again, the telephone number is 925-310. Makita po ninyo yan, 5080. Maraming salamat, Kuya Johan.
All right. So welcome po attorney, and kumusta na lang sa ating mga staff dyan sa Walnut Creek. So nabanggit nyo, attorney, yung Reno. You meant Reno, Nevada, no?
Yes, Reno, Nevada. It's closer there.
Marami tayong mga listeners dyan sa Reno. So mas malapit na pala ang itong lugar na ito kaysa pupunta sila ng San Francisco. At tulad niyang nabanggit nyo, mas madali ang parking. Kasi
walang bayad actually. Walang bayad ang parking. Hindi kaya dito from $30 to $60.
sa San Francisco, California. All right. So, attorney, we've given our audience a wealth of information today about the visa bulletin. And talaga namang importante ito dahil marami na ang nakatutok sa kanilang mga cases at yung mga nag-iisip pa rin para sa kanilang mga applications, napakalaking tulong ng visa bulletin. So, attorney, what can we say to our audience, especially yung mga nag-iisip pa na teka muna, wait and see muna ako na kailangan kung mag-apply na ba ako or hindi. At this point, attorney, yung latest visa bulletin, in a nutshell, how does it affect our kababayans, our Filipino community, both who are here in the United States already and those who would like to come over here in the United States?
Don't wait. I mean, kung mayroon po kayong status, green card holder or US citizen na po kayo, mayroon kayong magulang, anak, kapatid, right? Make sure to file that petition already. As we mentioned kanina, Kuya Johan, ang F1, yung unmarried son or daughter of a US citizen, in the past it's 15 years, right? Ngayon, parang 10 years na lang. So, bumibilis naman po din. So, ang expectation kasi natin, kahit sabihin natin matagal ngayon, di ba, hindi natin alam in the future, bibilis. Pangalawa, kahit sabihin natin maganda na ang buhay ng ating mga anak at ating mga kapatid sa Pilipinas, it's also a good idea to have a backup, di ba? Who knows, mas okay pa rin, Hindi lang po sa mga anak po ninyo, pag kayo nag-petition sa mga magiging apo din po ninyo at mga pamangkin, right, na makarating din sa US at, to pursue their American dreams. So, do it now if you are eligible to file. Yun po ang final advice po natin sa ating mga listeners and viewers dito sa PHLV Radio.
All right, napakaganda. 2 words lang mga kababayan. Don't wait. Sabi ni Attorney Diza. At nabanggit na rin nito ni Attorney Diza a few episodes ago. Especially na nagka-current yung mga ibang classification, kailangang mag-action na po para at least umaandar na yan. And wag pong kalimutan kontakin ng ating mga friends from Reeves Immigration Law Group o kaya kumontak dito sa PHLV Radio at ibabato natin yan kay Attorney Diza. Attorney, like with the visa bulletin, iba pang mga information palagi nyong pinopost sa inyong Facebook page and other social media pages and also sa website ng Reeves Immigration. Please invite our audience, Attorney, to follow you on your Facebook page, Attorney.
Yes, we always update our Facebook page, FJ Diza, immigration lawyer, US immigration attorney, Reeves Immigration Law Group, yun pang Facebook namin, meron tayong Instagram, meron tayong Twitter. Very important din po yung aming website because we keep our yung informations, mga updates po at mga articles, mga success stories, ano po yung mga approvals natin, ano yung mga applications na ina-upload po namin sa aming website. Kung hindi po ninyo makita sa aming Facebook page. It's very informative po. I-like po lang po ninyo ang aming mga social media accounts at mag-subscribe po kayo sa aming website because we send you weekly immigration updates. Maraming salamat Kuya Johan for always having me here at PHLV Radio at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
All right, mabuhay po tayong lahat lalo nang kasi-celebrate lang po natin ang ating ika-124th Independence Day. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Attorney, maraming salamat again for the information na shinare natin sa ating mga kababayan. And don't forget to contact our friends at Reeves Immigration Law Group para po sa iba pang mga detalye at iba pang mga question ninyo. At huwag pong kalilimutan at meron na po silang bagong opisina. Nakikita nyo po sa screen dyan sa Walnut Creek. And nandyan po ang telepono sa inyong screen. Tawagan na po at mag-appointment or magpagkonsulta sa ating mga kababayan, mga kaibigan from Reeves Immigration Law Group. So attorney, nanggagaling po dito sa Las Vegas, Nevada, triple-digit weather. Napakainit pero mas mainit pa rin ang ating pinag-uusapan sa ating immigration law on your side. On behalf of Attorney Diza from Reeves Immigration Law Group in San Francisco, California, ito po si Kuya Yo. Nanggagaling po sa PHLV Radio Studio sa Las Vegas, Nevada. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagtutok sa PHLV Radio. We will see you next time.
Reeves Immigration Law Group has been representing immigrants for nearly 40 years. Reeves Immigration Law Group has been fighting for its clients through experience and expertise. With immigration lawyers you can access at reasonable fees, even on Saturday. Payment plans are also available. Call us for your immigration solutions. We can do worldwide telephone and Skype consultations. Reeves Immigration Law Group, 1-800-795-8009. Reeves Immigration Law Group has offices in Los Angeles, San Francisco, China, and Philippines. See us at www.rreeves.com. Reeves Immigration Law Group, 1-800-795-8009.
Just like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.
PHLV.